Which psychological tricks should everyone know about? Get people to contribute to an idea and they will be more likely to accept it. Studies show that it doesn't take that much involvement in the creative process to get people to take possession of a proposed plan.
N.
If someone has a panic attack, start breathing really regularly and loudly, even if it's really obvious. That person is panicking and probably won't notice, but they will start breathing in tempo with you. It's something nurses do with patients in R&D when they can't get themselves together.
N.
That's some midsummer shit. If someone is trying to make you decide in a hurry, they are probably giving you a bad deal. Walk away.
N.
Every single professional landlord ever for some reason is going on vacation the day after I meet them.
N.
Or the car salesman who has someone coming later today to look at the last one you're interested in. My favorite part is when someone else was actually interested in the car and they think I'm bullshitting. Then my later appointment would come in and actually buy that car. Then I get a call from the first person a week later asking if we are still solid on that price.
N.
If you want to avoid office politics, say good things about coworkers behind their backs.
N.
If you want to avoid drama in any situation, say kind things behind people's backs. Word gets around that you think highly of them and they start to think highly of you in turn. It's worked for me in school, works, and social situations. Even just something like exes, so nice gets you far.
N.
Sometimes pretending that you are naive gets you more information.
N.
What do you mean by that? Pretending to not know something sometimes prompts people to tell you more than they meant to. For example, let's see you read a detective trying to get information from a taxi driver. You know that the last person he drove was person X, but you don't know where they were going. You might, therefore, say something like, so, your last customer was person Y, going to Disneyland, right? And, if you're really lucky, the taxi driver will say, what? No, it was person X, going to the Russian embassy. Information which they may not have been planning on telling you.
N.
Physical contact makes you more likely to say yes to a request.
N.
Eyelines make sure to hold my SOS hand when proposing to them. If you don't know the answer your so will give when you propose, that's a surefire sign that you should not propose.
N.
If you want to make someone feel uncomfortable, look at their forehead when you re-talking to them.
N.
Meet my eyeline, Jim. I am.
N.
If you need to remember something, think about it while doing something noticeably unusual. This will pair the memory with the something, so that when it is noticed later on it will trigger that particular memory. E.g., I need to take out the garbage before going to bed. Put your pillow at the foot of your bed. Tried and true. Looking straight ahead while walking in a crowd usually makes people move out of your way.
N.
I read somewhere that as humans we trace the eyes and avoid walking in people's eye lines. To avoid the awkward left-right dance, I've been avoiding eye contact and instead looking down the path I want to walk. Has been working well for me so far. Once you make eye contact, it's like you're drawn to clashing into each other. If someone annoying is at your office/desk at work and won't get the hint to leave you alone, print something and ask them to follow you while you grab it off the printer. Then walk them back to their office/desk instead of going back to yours. They'll usually sit down without realizing what's going on, thinking that they chose to go back.
N.
While talking to someone, ask through hand gestures for something the person is holding. You lines probably have it. Conversely, hand someone something while talking. They lines accept it most of the time.
N.
I do this at work as a server. I just hold my hand out while I talk to them and they hand me what they don't need/want. Saves a step and sometimes awkwardness of asking.
N.
Whenever a friend tries to tell/show you something that you already know, it's best to let them. It makes them feel good to show you something and for you to enjoy it. Sometimes if you say, oh I already saw that, it'll upset them a little bit.
N.
Another how to get people to like you trick like this is when conversing with someone. After they finish up their story, ask them at least one question about it before you jump into your story. It shows that you're really listening and interested in them, making them feel important. I hate it when people are just waiting for their turn to talk. Example, person, so we left the fishing rod out all day on accident. And when we went and picked it up there was a massive fish on the line. You, wow that's crazy. Did you eat it or let it go? Person, oh we let it go. We couldn't eat a fish that big. You, that reminds of the time my brother caught this fish.
N.
When a group of people laugh, they tend to look at the person they like the most.
N.
Wow. I didn't know that so many people like me. They usually look right at me when they laugh. Now what does the pointing represent? Compliments are very important for self-esteem and the building of character. Don't be afraid to tell someone how nice they look or that they're doing a good job. Even if it doesn't seem like it at the moment, it will make me feel a bit better and they will appreciate it. Way to comment. Good job. When you see someone you know on the way into work for example, smile a little wider when you see them. And smile with your eyes, the kind where the smile makes you squint a little bit. It can brighten people's day a little, making them feel like someone else is happy they're around.
N.
I smile with my mouth, only to make their day a little creepier.
N.
I lick my lips and smile, so widely that they start fearing I might be a cannibal about to eat them.
N.
Nervousness and excitement have the same body reaction, so if you're nervous for a speech, instead convince yourself you're excited. It's proven to give better speeches too.
N.
Get your butterflies flying in formation. Anytime I have to give a presentation I tell myself that and it helps.
N.
3-minute rule. If it takes less than 3 minutes do it and you will feel better. Examples, making bed, doing dishes, etc. It makes you feel the tiniest bit better if you're dealing with depression.
N.
Maybe I will start brushing my teeth.
N.
If you whisper to someone they'll whisper back, even if there's no reason to keep your voice down. Also, people will pay closer attention to what you're saying.
N.
There's a top exec at my company who talks super softly but does it in a way where a whole room will shut up and listen closely. It drives me nuts. I'll have hearing loss, but I've always been impressed with his ability to command a room. I wonder if this has something to do with it.
N.
If you think someone is watching you, fake a yawn, then watch them.
N.
I just yawned.
N.
I've always found mirroring super cool. Basically, it's our subconscious imitating others' body language / gestures / attitudes. If you want someone to agree with you when you're re-asking them a question, nod your head while asking. People will be more likely to agree with you if you have positive body language, in this case nodding. Always give a person 2 choices. Give the non-preferred option first, including its negative effects. Pause. Give the preferred option, shining light on its better effects.
N.
Neuroplasticity. Your brain and mindset can be changed throughout your lifetime. For example, if you're a negative person, your brain and neurological structure will literally be changed by your constant negative thinking. This reinforces more negative thinking and other health issues. The good news is that you can rewire and change your brain through establishing and maintaining better, more positive habits. Your brain will adapt and adjust. Fake it till you make it can actually go a long way in terms of shifting your mindset and mental health. Therapy helps too.
N.
If you feel lazy, doing something that you don't want to, like getting up at 4 AM to work out, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get up. It will get easier after a while. BC you create habits.
N.
When someone is speaking about something they enjoy, give cues for them to keep going. Like say, wait, so you're saying? No. Are you serious? Hold on. I don't get that last part. Basically, active listening. More of a skill than a trick, I guess. It's a great way to get on people's good side. You share nothing about yourself, but they walk away thinking you are a great person. Edit. I did not expect this much attention. Just to address those who think this is something that comes natural and should not be faked. Yes, You are right. You don't want to come off fake. But we've all been in situations where you have to mingle and fake it a bit. Also, some people are social anxious or just awkward and can benefit from keeping this strategy in mind. It keeps the other person talking and a little pressure off yourself.
N.
If you have a hunch someone is lying to your face, allow them to speak their piece and do not say a word. Even after they've finished, just continue to look at them out of an anxious, guilty conscience. They will almost always keep talking themselves into a hole and reveal the lie.
N.
This is what makes it so fun to be a generally quiet person. My mom and some others will just keep talking if I don't verbally respond and will regularly go down very random paths with what they're saying until they realize that they've just been telling something they didn't want anyone to know, and I am laughing my ass off at whatever goofy shit they've just confessed.
N.
Here's a good one for parents I saw on Reddit a while back. If you want to enjoy some time undisturbed, tell your kids that you're taking a nap, and when you wake up all of you are going to do chores together. They lines want to let you sleep as long as possible to avoid doing housework, so they lines leave you alone to actually nap or do other things like read.
N.
When I played tennis matches in college, right after switching sides after the first game, I'd ask my opponent, when you toss the ball up when serving, do you hold your breath, inhale or exhale? Always resulted in missed serves, double faults. You could definitely tell they were paying overly too much attention to their breathing for the remainder of the match. Get in the mind of your opponent and give them something to get distracted with and move in for the kill.
N.
As another poster has said, the inner game of tennis covers this a lot, and I do use it at times in competitive matches. Whilst we are taking a drink I lines say, man, your serve is awesome today, really looks effortless. Fair play to you. It makes them think about what they're doing instead of just doing it and draws arrows. Psychological warfare.
N.
Everyone should know the classic negotiation strategies / biases that people will use on you. Anchoring bias, you go to buy a couch, worth about. Seller sets the price at. Most people will feel awkward offering half price. And during negotiating the seller will protest a 50% offer. You at a job interview. The interviewer always has a salary that they are not able to go above. You are asked for your preference salary range. Now your job is really worth about 60k. But you throw out 80k and make it clear that you have other prospects. The interviewer can't offer you 80k. That's silly. But they may raise their offer to 65k or even 70k if you are a good catch. Basically, whoever puts a number out first is in the position to set the anchor, a starting point for negotiation. Foot in the door. Your friend asks you to help him move his couch to a different place in the living room. After moving the couch, he asks you to also help him move the TV, then maybe the fridge. Your girlfriend and you are out at a burger joint. She doesn't want anything, but asks for some of your fries. Before long, after eating most of your fries, she asks for a bite of your burger, and before long, she has eaten most of your food. To sum it up, to use foot in the door, ask for something that seems small, but is related to what you really want. Then once they've agreed to the small thing, just work up with slightly larger requests until you've achieved the desired outcome. Door in the face. Your mooch friend is back and asks for to help with rent. You refuse because he is a grown man and that's just way too much. He apologizes and asked instead if you could spare for gas. You agree. You are buying a car from a private seller offered at. You have a friend go to the seller before you and offer cash in hand. The seller is insulted and refuses. You come the next day and offer cash in hand, and suddenly 4,000 sounds much better. To use this offer or ask for something crazy after the other party refuses. Come back with what you really intended to offer or request all along, which now seems much more reasonable in comparison. Now, these are brief explanations and can vary depending on what blog / book / bathroom stall you read it in. And folks, try to use this info only for good. Don't be a jerk.
N.